Chapter 4 Campground Neighbors from Hell. It was a beautiful day at Lake Pinewood Campground, the lake glistening, the birds chirping, and the fires crackling. The campground was miles away from any civilization or cell phone towers. After all, disconnecting was kind of the point. The peace of the beautiful campground was shattered late one Friday afternoon by a group of college students out for a good time. Brent, Lindsay, Sasha, Evan, and Jamie roared through the campground in a new RV that Brent borrowed from his parents. The music was loud enough to shake the trees, already blasting noise pollution into the common airspace. They took Site 47. When Brent was planning the trip at the last minute, he tried to get a campsite away from any other campers and planned to book both Site 46 and 47. Site 46 was already reserved, unfortunately. It crossed Brent's mind that if they were loud and obnoxious enough, their neighbors might just leave early. The perks of being jerks, Brent thought. When the campers arrived, they saw Hal and Marianne Smith already camping at Site 46. It was clear they were experienced campers, with their old Winnebago parked a safe distance from the fire ring, plenty of firewood stacked, with a tarp nearby in case of rain. They even had a hanging net prepared to protect their food from bears. Hal and Marianne were the kind of campers who drink black coffee at dawn, hike during the day, listen to the birds in the afternoon, and gaze at the stars at night before going to sleep at a reasonable hour. They both waved a neighborly hello when the kids arrived. Their neighbors didn't wave back. Brent had already let his friends know he wanted Site 46 to be empty. By sunset, the campsite sounded like a tailgate party. Loud music, bottles clinking, shouting, screaming laughter. Evan let off a few Roman candles he had stolen from his uncle's stash of illegal fireworks for Independence Day. His Uncle Jimmy was always 3 sheets to the wind by the time the fireworks came out. He'd never notice any were missing. And when Brent shouted, "What's up, Gramps, want a beer?" across the fire ring, Hal just smiled. After the boys yelled, "Hey lady, get a load of this!" Marianne looked over to see the boys mooning her with their pants down. Hal and Marianne continued to smile, but only with their mouths, like people do when they're trying to be polite while holding back their displeasure. "I bet they're gone by morning," Brent said to the others in a low voice. That night, Evan was the last one remaining by the fire after everyone else had gone to sleep. When the campers awoke the next morning, Evan was gone. At first, Evan's friends thought maybe he went for a morning hike, even though morning hikes weren't exactly his style. By the afternoon, they started to worry. The other 4 campers went searching, but all they found was his smashed and broken cell phone about 100 yards from the campsite. Brent decided to drive to the ranger station for help, but the RV wouldn't start. Now the young campers were really scared, except for Brent, who was annoyed at Evan for wandering off and getting the girls all worried. Hal offered to help, but Brent was hungover and in a bad mood, so he rudely responded, "No, we're fine. How about you mind your own business?" Jamie was shocked and embarrassed. Brent decided to go get help. He said the ranger station was only 2 miles down the road. "I can walk there, call a tow truck, and be back before nighttime," Brent said confidently. By the next morning, Brent still hadn't returned. Now it was just the girls, Jamie, Sasha, and Lindsay. Jamie considered asking Hal and Marianne for a ride to the ranger station, but noticed their car was gone, and she didn't see Hal next to Marianne, where he usually was. With her friends freaking out, Jamie wandered over to Site 46 alone. Marianne was sitting in a camp chair with a crochet needle. Jamie sat down near the small, crackling fire. "I'm sorry they've been so rude," she said softly. Marianne smiled, a warmer smile with her entire face. "You remind me of our daughter," she said. "She was so kind, too. We only see her a few weeks every year. I miss her," Marianne said as she put her needles down. Marianne got up and poured a cup of tea, and they sipped together in silence for a few minutes. After a time, they made small talk and enjoyed each other's company. When she returned to the campsite, the other girls were panicking. Jamie suggested that they all walk to the ranger station together. "There's strength in numbers," she said. "Brent already went to the ranger station, and now he's missing," said Sasha, with her voice trembling in fear. "Yeah, we should stay here," said Lindsay. "We can lock ourselves in the RV and wait for the ranger to come by, or for the man at the next site to return with his car." Jamie responded, "We don't know how long that might take. Brent could be in danger, maybe attacked by an animal. We don't even know what happened to Evan. He could be lost somewhere. He was drunk the last time we saw him by the fire. We need help now, for their sake." It was clear that Jamie was the only one concerned about their lost friends. "If you want to risk your life for them, fine," retorted Sasha. "But I'm not taking any chances." Lindsay nodded in agreement. Sasha and Lindsay climbed into the RV. "I really think you should stay here with us. It's safer," Lindsay said. Sasha didn't really care. Jamie responded, "I'm going to get help," and walked away. Jamie took the trail to the ranger station instead of the road. It was a longer hike, but she wanted to avoid whatever happened to Brent. After 3 hours walking and jogging on the trail, Jamie reached the station safely. She stumbled into the ranger station exhausted and immediately asked if they had seen Brent or Evan, but none of the rangers had talked to either of them. Jamie told them everything about the disappearances and the RV not starting. When Jamie and the two rangers returned to Site 47, Lindsay and Sasha were gone. The RV was locked with no one inside. They yelled for Lindsay and Sasha, but they were gone. Jamie noticed that Site 46 was empty. No car, tent, or firewood. Nothing. Like Hal and Marianne were never there. Just a fire ring and a single folded piece of paper under a stone. Jamie picked it up. The note read, "Thank you for being kind. That matters more than you know. Marianne." The rangers pulled the registration for Site 46 and ran their plates. They found nothing. No record of Hal or Marianne. The vehicle plates had expired years ago, and their home address was made up. They were ghosts with smiles and tea. Over the next few days, police came and searched the entire area. Brent, Evan, Sasha, and Lindsay were never found. Jamie was the only one who lived, and not because she was the smartest or strongest, but because she was kind. So the next time you're camping, or driving, waiting in line, or even walking down the street, be careful of how you treat strangers, because you don't know who they really are or what they're capable of.